how are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Ruth and today I'm doing the update to Welcome to the Hellmouth. Love it. Oh, I love Buffy. This is a Buffy the Vampire themed project that I adore, and it was created by the amazing Jaylan from e.l.f.'s Makeup. Please go check her out. Running from the 13th of March to October 13th. So this is the penultimate update and I'm like, oh, I'm not ready for it to be over. This is a 7-month project for the show's 7 seasons. 13 prompts for the 13 main characters. Depending on who you think the main characters are. You know, we all have our opinions on certain characters. We're like, really? Really? You? And some that we're going, oh, shouldn't they be in there? But anyhow, let me get in. I have a massive update for you today. I mustn't have updated this last month. Maybe I did. Who knows? But yeah, let's get cracking. So the first one that I have an update on is Invisibility Ray. An item that makes something invisible. I love that episode because it's all like, I love the comment, oh, you got your hair cut. Oh my God, I can't see it. Is it cute? It's just like, I love it. It's just classic Buffy. I brought in the Catrice True Skin High Cover Concealer and I quite liked it. I had it in for 13 uses and I have met my goal. It's not a bad one. Still not, you know, the Holy Grail concealer that I'm always on the hunt for, but it is not bad and I got my uses. I've used up 2 concealers this year. Who am I? And I've rotated through my collection as well. Awesome. Very happy. Next up is in every generation there is a chosen one. A powerful item. And of course the chosen one is Buffy. Or the Slayer. So I chose a Lacura Healthy Glow Salicylic Acid. And my goal on this is to finish it and voila! All gone! Yay! Wasn't a big fan of this. I don't need salicylic. I shouldn't have bought it. Simple as that. Glycolic is my favourite, lactic would be my second favourite, salicylic down the list. But I used it up and it was fine. I got 31 uses in total out of this, so that is very good. Next up is the Magic Box, a magical item. Revolution Pro Skin Finishing Opalescent is the item that I chose. This is it here, and again I had it in for 13 uses and I just got my usage in last week, the last one, and that's good because this is quite a golden tone. It's much more summer leaning. Typically I have 2 of these. I have Luminescence and Opalescence. I think Luminescence is my preferred one. Opalescence is just a bit golden for me and a bit too shimmering. Don't know if you can see it there, you probably can't really. But as an all over finishing powder, I found it just a tad OTT. So I'm actually going to move this, I think, into my highlighter collection and use it in there instead as a subtle highlighter for like a day-to-day, you know, out and about kind of daytime highlighter. Just a subtle little hint of something, as opposed to a finishing powder. But look, I've met my goals. Next up is Mr. Pointy, which is what Buffy calls her steak, because of a product that you sharpen, and I had in the NYX Jumbo Pencil in, there we go, milk. And again, I had a 13, she's knocking everything over, a 13 usage goal. I think we all know what it looks like. I don't like it. This is my second time buying this in the last, I suppose, 10 years, let's be realistic. And now I realise why I didn't like it the first time. It's okay, it's fine, but it just, I find that when I put this down and try to put something over it, whatever shadow I put over it seems to pick up this, and this tends to leave me with little gaps and stuff, and it just doesn't do it for me. I keep it in my collection because it's handy for inner corner, kind of if you want a really bright inner corner, or for the, excuse me, the lash line. And that's not even like digestive things because I didn't even eat anything yet, so hello. But yeah, I don't love it, and I'm going to keep it, like I said, just to get the use out of it. But yeah, anyhow, next. I've reached my goal, that is what is important. Next up is Hush, a scary product, so that can be packaging name, etc. And I chose, I'm not a great person for flying. I'm not the biggest fan. I was fine when I was younger, but as my anxiety has built over the years, that has definitely gone heavy into flying. I'd rather not if I can at all. So I brought in the Ivy, don't know, face mist with hyaluronic acid and Mari Aqua. And if you look closely, it has a little airplane on it, and that was perfect. And my goal was to finish it, which I have done. She empty. 32 uses I got on that little guy. It was actually quite nice. Bought it when I was in France. Haven't seen it over here, but it's something I would consider repurchasing. Next up is Passion Rules Us All and We Obey. And that is an item that exemplifies your passion for makeup, skincare or beauty. And one of my favourite products is from the Inky List, and that is the Peptide Moisturiser. This is what it looks like, and yes, I did indeed cut it open and use every last bit. I had squeezed out as much as I could, and then this little tub here filled to the brim with product. That's how much was still in here. Don't know if you can see, like, this is a fairly substantial little, and I filled it to the brim after squeezing every last bit I could out, then cut it open in this. I'm disappointed because this used to have that earless pump squeezy kind of, I don't have anything like it here at the moment, packaging, and I loved it. Now I understand it's probably expensive, etc., and they're trying to keep the costs low, but I did prefer that packaging to this. But it is what it is. I will repurchase it because I do immensely enjoy it. How many uses did I get? 27 uses in total from when I put it into this project. I had used it prior to that. Next up is one that's actually staying in, and that is the key. I won't say who the key is or what the key is because spoiler. An item that is the key to your makeup routine. And I know you're thinking, but Ruth, spoiler, what do you mean? Some people have joined this project and haven't watched all the seasons yet. They started out with us and kind of went, oh cool, I'll watch Buffy and see what it's about. So I don't want to spoil it for them. But if you are a long time fan of Buffy, you know exactly or what the key is. The key, an item that is the key to your makeup routine, and I chose a primer, and specifically this e.l.f. Putty primer, which I really enjoyed the Putty primer, but this is the matte one. I got a little trio of the different types, and I'm doing so this will be finished by next update, most definitely, or finale should I say. I don't think I'd even hit jar at the last update, so I'm thrilled with that. I just use this in my T-zone. I just kind of anywhere that my pores are just a bit more noticeable in around here. I still prefer the original, and I have a big size of the original there to use. This is fine, but I wouldn't actively go out and purchase the matte one specifically. I have used this. Oh, why would I have tallied stuff up before we started this? 5, 10, oh, count to my mouth, exciting. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 52 times in this little pot. And I'd already used it once or twice before I came in, so I could definitely get to at least 60 uses. 60, yeah, I'd say so. Was that exciting for you too? I know, counting is tough, but oh Lord. Next up, the Watcher. An item you have to read the packaging to guide you on how to use it. Feckin' Watchers. That Watchers Council. I chose the CosRX BHA Blackhead Power Liquid. And I'm still not quite sure what this does for me, if anything at all. It's supposed to be good for blackheads and to control excess sebum while moisturising the skin. Don't find it very moisturising. But anyhow, look it. This is where we were. This is where we are. We're doing okay. Will I have it finished by next month? Probably not. I only use it about once a week. And now that the weather has got a tiny bit cooler, I'm not producing as much sebum. So I might try and up it to twice a week and see how I get on. But BHAs, I'm not as sure what they do as AHAs. Does that make sense? Buffy. A badass product. The Inky List Glycolic Toner is what I chose, and because acid sounds kind of badass, I'm kind of like, ooh, she's putting acid on her face. Is she crazy? She's not crazy. It's very nice. And my goal was to finish it, and I've used it 11 times, and it is done. Now, again, this wasn't full when I came in. Don't panic. It was a bit of a gimme, but I needed it. Not my favourite glycolic acid, I have to say. I found it a little bit sensitizing, if I'm being honest. So, might not repurchase that. Actually use it a lot on my KP and my arms. Next up is, I had a vampire blood themed item, and I had chosen my soft palette from Revolution. There was a shade in there that was kind of a rusty red kind of shade, and my goal had been 22 uses or hit pan, but I've decluttered that palette, so I'm going to be rolling that prompt back in at the end of this update, just so you know. Next up is Glorificus, one of my all-time favourite baddies. I adore Glory. She's just brilliant. A beautiful but evil product, and I chose the e.l.f. Putty eye primer because I adore this product. It is so good. It is the best eye primer that I have tried, but the packaging is crap. So my goal is to finish it. I have used it. Are you ready for counting again? Lads, the fun doesn't stop over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 times. And this is what we're looking like. Don't know if I'll have it finished in time, I'll be honest, but that's okay. I don't mind. Because I immensely, like I said, immensely enjoy it. But the packaging is really shite. But I will repurchase it when it's gone. Next up is the bronze. An item that reminds you of a song, musician, band, or makes you want to dance. And I chose the Rare Beauty Matte Lip Cream in Confident. I do have it on today. Not my favourite, if I'm being honest, but it's okay. And obviously Rare Beauty is owned by Selena Gomez, a singer. This is what it looks like. It's quite a dry formula, I have to say. Just, yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. But that's what it looks like. I wouldn't buy full size. I enjoy this little, I love getting small sizes. You've no idea. It just makes my heart sing. What is the shade? Confident is the shade. And that is what it looks like. So I've used that 10 times. So I have a 13 usage goal in it. 3 more uses to go. So that guy will be steaming. I may be dead, but at least I'm pretty. This is the Bondi Sands Aero Fake Tan. So it's essentially, being tanned makes me feel a little bit prettier. This is it here, and I've only used it 4 times in this project. I prefer gradual tanners. This is nearly done. I think I'll probably only have 1 usage left in this, so hopefully I'll have that done by, not hopefully, I will. I will have it done by the finale. I will. Next up is Scooby Gang, an item that never lets you down. And I chose SPF because, you know, it is something that I need in my skincare routine, and it doesn't let me down, doesn't let me get burnt, or it let me age as much as I might if I didn't use it. So I have the SPF Anti-Age Super UV Factor 50 in face moisturizer. This is not my favorite. I much prefer the anti-dryness one. So there's that. I have used this 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 29 times. I don't know if I'll have it finished in time for the finale because I haven't been out about that much this summer. 1. 2, I tend to go for the anti-dryness one, anti-dryness one, because it sits much better under makeup than this one does, and even without makeup it just gives the skin a nicer finish, a nicer glow. So this is kind of a last resort one. It's not one I'm reaching for, but I'd like to get it finished soon because it's not going to last till next season because it's SPF. So I kind of need to knuckle down and try and knock it out of the park if I can at all. We shall see. And then that's all my updates. So I only have 2 prompts left to roll in. Can you believe it? 2 prompts. So the first one, I'm rolling back in a vampire blood themed item, and I am rolling in my the ordinary AHA 30% BHA 2% peeling solution, which I love, but I don't use it a whole lot in the summertime because I worry that I'll damage my skin. So we only have a little bit left, and this is what happens sometimes with my skincare items. Like, yeah, no, sure, I'm really out of it. I won't use it. What sort of logic is that? Nonsensical logic is what it is. So we're going to finish this guy up. I know there isn't much there, but that's probably 2 or 3 uses, and I only have a month to do it, and that is something I would definitely only use once a week. but I love how my skin feels afterwards. And the last then is the trio. Those little shits. Oh, what I ought to do to you. The trio, a product with 3 pans or an item you have 3 of. So what I have chosen, and bear with me here, is the Natasha Denona Mini Zendo. And within this palette, there are 3 shimmers. You with me? You with me, buddy? And my goal is to use each of the 3 shimmers 3 times. So we give you a little swatch. I got this in the summer, haven't used it yet because I feel like it's going to be a lovely autumn palette. Yum yum in my tongue. Yes, I do talk about eyeshadows like they are food because they are delicious. So I give you a little, oh, they're lovely. Oh, that plummy one really swatched well. So there you go. Those 3 shimmers I want to use 3 times. So that's obviously within the next month. Okay, but look at, if I even use the palette once, I'll be happy because it needs to be used. It's only in my collection and I haven't used it yet. But yeah, that is my update. Oh, I'm so excited. So what have I left in? I have obviously the palette. I have this guy. I have my tan, my SPF, so that's 4. I have my eye primer, that's 5. I have my BHA, that is 6. I have this, which is 7. And I have this guy, which is 8. That's it. Yeah, so I have 8 items left. And I think I definitely will have, I won't have this finished, let's be realistic, that's not going to happen. This will be touch and go, I won't lie. But I think the rest I can meet my goals on. I think I can do it, guys. I can do it. I can do it. Come on, I got this. I don't got this. But that's it for this update, guys. Are you a Buffy fan like me? I am a super duper uber fan. Like an uber vampire. I love it. I fucking love it. Also, I always link her below, but 10 Red Lipsticks, aka Rita. I love her updates because she delves into each season in detail and it just makes me want to watch everything all over again. Also, great podcast if you love Buffy, Buffering the Vampire Slayer. Found it a few years back, absolutely love it. Just think it's a great little companion podcast to the show. It's great fun. But that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video and hopefully I will chat to you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Slán.